Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Taylor Hayes toyed with Brook Logan by suggesting that she was exploring commodity new and hearkening to her heart. After Taylor said she was taking a runner from the Brook Logan text, she reiterated that she was following her heart and seeing where it led her. Brook wondered if Taylor's heart was leading her back to Ridge Forrester, so Taylor claimed that it was. Taylor talked about how Ridge saved her life and stressed the rich history they participated, but she was substantially trying to mess with Brook's head. After Brook refocused out that Taylor and Ridge's connection was in the history, Taylor made a vaticination that they'd always love each other, history, present and unborn. That was the verity as far as Taylor was concerned, but she eventually admitted that she was happy living life for herself and didn't need a man to fulfill her. Taylor told Brook not to worry since she wasn't trying to get Ridge back, but her trim station and mixed signals presumably didn't do much to ease Brook's mind. Steffi Forrester pushed for updates on what was going on with Ridge and Taylor. After Steffi asked what was in Ridge's heart, she played up some of Taylor's awful rates. Now that Taylor's heart was healed, Steffi said that was thanks to Ridge's love. Ridge couldn't take credit for mending Taylor's heart, but he did take some responsibility for breaking it. Steffi conceded that Ridge hurt Taylor, but she also criticized Brook for breaking up their family so numerous times. Although Ridge was incompletely responsible for Taylor's heartache, Steffi felt that Ridge had helped her heal from the trauma. In the Forrester salon, Will Spencer prompted Electra Forrester to do some modeling for the jewelry line photo shoot. Electra baffled at the idea and suggested about modeling in the history formerly, but it wasn't for her. Since Electra kept averring she was fine with staying in the background and letting Ivy Forrester have the limelight, Will wondered what was bothering her. Electra dodged questions about her history and got Will to open up about life as a Spencer rather. Will revealed about Bill Spencer leaving Katie Logan for her family and talked about chancing the freedom to be a sprat at boarding academy. Electra was flattered that Will would partake all that with her, so he refocused out she could open up, too. Will said he wouldn't judge Electra no matter what and took her hand tenderly. When Electra stepped down and dropped her cuff, Will deigned down to pick it up and ended up on bended knee for her again. After Will joked about this feeling vaguely familiar, he reflected on the first time he saw Electra and how much he wanted to kiss her. Once Will moved by close for a smooch, Electra leaned in as well. After Electra and Will enjoyed their first lip cinch, they smiled at each other and sounded veritably caught up in the moment. Will and Electra have some obstacles ahead thanks to her snooper, Remy Price, so there's plenitude of disquieting news ahead. Taylor Hayes gets honest with Brook Logan, Steffi Forrester Finnegan pushes Ridge Forrester to review reuniting with Taylor. Also, Will Spencer and Electra Forrester kiss. Taylor detainments answering the question. Brook explains if Taylor is following her heart, she just wants to know exactly what that means. Is Taylor in love with Ridge? Taylor says it means she's exploring commodity new. I wouldn't exactly call Ridge new, but moving on. Taylor reasons Brook might have been right each on. Brook is confused. Taylor says that perhaps denying her heart all those times is what caused it to nearly fail. Taylor adds perhaps she should have been hearkening more precisely to what her heart was saying. As Brook's eyes narrow and steady, Taylor gives a slight smile as she says, perhaps I'm taking a runner from Brook's playbook. Taylor also says she's going to hear to her heart and see where it leads her. Brook asks again, is your heart leading you to Ridge? At Forrester Creations, Steffi knows Ridge must be caught in the middle. Ridge says he'll be on Steffi's side. Steffi asks indeed if Brook defends Hope Logan. Steffi starts to vent about Brook when Ridge interrupts. Ridge says Brook is guarding her child just as Steffi protects her kitties, and just as Taylor has defended Steffi. After a moment's vacillation, Steffi gives in. Steffi starts talking about Taylor. Steffi wants to know what Ridge's heart says about Taylor. Will and Electra get everything ready for the print shoot. We'll see ain't believe how snappily this is all passing. Electra credits Katie Logan with knowing the power of social media. Will says if Electra modeled, he'd give her a like. Electra gets nervous and mentions leaving that up to the professionals. Will's phone chimes. It's the announcement that Electra's print is over and live. Electra really doesn't want to be in the limelight. Electra keeps crediting Ivy Forrester, Will addresses about Electra's suitable face. Electra keeps saying how Ivy should be getting all the credit. Electra prefers working behind the scenes. Will is glad that Electra is sticking around. Electra says back home, there was a lot she wanted to get down from. Will doesn't want to pry, but WTH? Ridge is vague. Ridge is glad Taylor is home. Steffi gushes about how awful Taylor is, especially with the kiddies. Ridge thinks Steffi is laying it a little thick. Steffi continues pushing Tridge. Taylor tells Brook the answer is yes, her heart is leading her reverse to Ridge. Electra freezes up and Will apologizes. Electra wants to concentrate on the then. Will says, the Forrester salon? Electra makes a nervous joke. Electra brings up moving around a lot. Will asks about a particular jewelry design. Will picks out a piece that seems more like Electra. Will urges Electra to try on the cuff. Will says it's all her, and she should wear it in the print shoot. Electra is confused. Will tells Electra that she's the face of the jewelry line, all the setup is for her. Electra freaks out. Electra snappily covers, but Will knows commodity is out. Will says that it sounds like effects were rough for Electra back home. Steffi says Ridge helped heal Taylor's heart. Ridge says it was a medical condition. Steffi still credits Ridge. Steffi says it's the way that Ridge cares for Taylor. Steffi says Ridge healed Taylor's heart. Taylor says her heart was literally broken, she was preparing to die. Taylor gives a long speech about the grandkids. Brook is sorry about that. Taylor says that Ridge made her better, and she'll ever be thankful. Brook says it sounds important. Taylor confirms that it is, Ridge literally saved her life. Electra wants to hear about Will's life. Electra talks about private spurts. Will says that stuff is important to Bill Spencer, not him. What's important to Will, also, Electra asks. Will says he learned beforehand on that jetting around the world doesn't break your problems. Will tells Electra about Bill leaving Katie for Brook. Will addresses about boarding academy and how it was the stylish thing for him. Will says it was just time to come home. Electra is happy that Will participated all that with her. Will uses that to try to gain Electra's trust, she can tell him anything too. Ridge wouldn't take credit for healing Taylor. Ridge does take responsibility for breaking Taylor's heart, however. Steffi brings up Phoebe Forrester also. Steffi says she blames Brook for Taylor's broken heart. Steffi says Brook broke their whole family. So numerous times. Ridge can see the pain in his son's eyes and voice. Brook and Taylor continue talking. They're being civil. Brook knows Ridge cares about Taylor. Brook adds that now Ridge and Taylor can both move on. Taylor tells Brook that she has a veritably full life. Taylor brings up all the people in her life. Brook adds that Taylor has Ridge too. Ridge tells Steffi that she can't condemn Brook for everything. They talk about Taylor's recovery. Taylor tells Brook that she has a strong connection with Ridge. Taylor can't deny her own history with Ridge, just as she can't deny Brook's history with the man. Brook says she has no problem with that connection as long as Taylor realizes it's in the history. Taylor clarifies, history, present, and future. Brook smiles and says she's not really sure how to take that. Taylor makes it clear she's really happy with her life. Taylor doesn't need a man to fulfill her. Taylor assures Brook that she's not out to get Ridge back. Will finds Electra easy to talk to. Will enjoys coming to work each day to see her. Electra gets nervous and snappily walks to the other side of the room. As Electra turns around, she drops a renege. Will gets on one knee and picks it up. Will says that feels vaguely familiar, representing their first hassle. Will and Electra partake a special moment as they talk about the first meeting and the ring. Electra finishes Will's rulings for him. Will knows they just met, but all he has wanted to do is, Will suddenly gives Electra a long, sweet kiss. As they gawk into each other's eyes, they both smile.